What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to GNR Frank. My name is Francisco, and today we're going to talk about the best gaming audio experience I have ever had in my life, and it's not from a gaming headset. Okay, so as you well know, my channel is primarily focused on reviewing gaming headsets for the moment, right? I'm going to be branching into different peripherals, different accessories, different things as well. But for the most part, if you watch my channel, you typically will see it full of gaming headset reviews. Now, in doing research for the headsets that I choose to review, I've also come across a little tidbit of information. And this is the belief that audiophile headsets are the best audio headsets you can get for gaming. They're the best. They sound the absolute best. They sound better than any gaming headset out there because these headsets are specifically designed strictly for audio. So I thought I'd put that theory to the test. Now I looked up a bunch of different articles. I watched a bunch of different YouTube videos. They've got some amazing YouTubers out there. And one headset kept popping up. And that is going to be the Philips SHP9500 hi-fi stereo headset. I decided to check it out. Went ahead and Amazon. I'll put the link in the comments below, or in the description, I'm sorry. I figured I was about to drop, I don't know, 100, 200 bucks on this headset, but sure enough, the headset only cost me $76 brand new on Amazon. And I got the headset a few days later, and I opened it up. And there's literally only two things, not four, two things in the box. It is the headset and the cable. That's it. So because of that, I am not going to be doing an unboxing. There's no point. It is literally just a headset and a cable. There is nothing else. Maybe the cardboard that holds it in the package nicely. And I gotta tell you, this headset is very pretty in its own way. Ta-da! So you look at this. This thing right here is a very simple designed headset. There's no gimmicky look to it. There's no gimmicks, no crazy aesthetics. It is simply a headband, the ear cups, and that's it. Now, it does have the right and left designations printed onto the outside of the cup like that as part of the look. Some people may not like that. Some people might like it. I personally don't care either way because I don't buy a headset for the look. I buy it for its performance, right? And you should too. So the first thing that I noticed about the headset when I did buy it and when I did open it and take it out of the box is how light this thing is. This thing is super light. It doesn't weigh a thing. It is as thin as air, as light as air, I'm sorry. Other than that, you're going to notice that the ear cups are this nice cloth memory foam padding here, which it makes it an open back headset. So what this means is that sound will get in and sound will get out of your headset. But there are some very good benefits to it being an open back headset, which we will discuss once we get to the sound portion of it all. The headband itself is tricky because when you look on the outside right here, you can see like a metallic band. But when you look on the inside right here, whoop, it's plastic. So it's a metallic band on top of plastic, okay? The top of the headband with the Philips logo right there is also plastic, and you do have the same exact material from your ear cups right here on the inner headband itself. This is incredibly comfortable. All of this is very comfortable, and this is a very well-built headset. There is only one concern that I have with it so far in terms of build quality, and that is that because this has a plastic housing around the headband, you know how I usually try to straighten out the headbands and they usually go fine. I'm afraid I'll break this if I do that. So please be very careful when you do that. Well, first of all, don't even do that on purpose. Like if you buy this headset, just be careful with it. I'm not saying like you have to treat it like a delicacy, just be careful. So checked out the build quality and then I went ahead and just popped the thing on. And this thing is so light, I can barely feel that there's a headset on me, right? It's not heavy, it stays on there, which was a concern because a lot of the videos I saw on this headset stated that because it's so light and because it doesn't have as much tension as most headsets do, it tended to kind of slip around, but not for me. For me, it's just kind of staying in place and doing its thing. The other thing is that it fits around your ears, but I mean, this feels like it fits there's a lot of space in there. That's all I can really think to tell you. So there's a lot of space in there, and this thing is super comfortable. Now, other than that, because this is not a gaming headset, there's no microphone to talk about. So let's just talk about the sound. And I'm going to lead into this by saying one thing. This is the best audio experience I have ever had playing video games. I'll repeat that one more time.
This is the best audio experience I have ever had playing video games.
Now, let's talk about why. Okay, so when we talk about sound, this headset, I gotta tell you, it's the best thing I've ever used for sound, period. Like, I haven't used anything as good, ever. It's kind of dumbfounding to me that a $70 headset, $76 headset sounds exponentially better than the most expensive headset I've ever bought was an Asher A50 for $300. It sounds better than that, like by a long shot. Okay, so for example, Red Dead Redemption 2, if you've seen my recent Cloud Alpha review, you may have noticed that I said things about the bass, that how the bass for that headset really drowns out the sound experience in that game. Well, the Philips SHP9500 really brings every single game to life. This thing sounds incredible. The atmosphere, the open world, just running around as Arthur Morgan in Red Dead 2, or just getting into gun battles, getting held up on a bridge, those kinds of things are absolutely incredible. The one game that this headset really delivers is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, though. That game has incredible sound design, has some of the best sound design I think of our time, and this headset, y'all, this headset absolutely destroys the experience with that game. And I mean destroys in a great way. That sounds terrible when I say it that way. It absolutely nails it. You can hear all sorts of directional cues. Everything is incredibly powerful. It sounds so crystal clear. I played that game on PC, and I had the headset hooked up directly to my motherboard, and I'm telling y'all, it literally blew my mind. Similar to my reaction with the Red Dragon Zeus H510 headset when I played Forza Horizon 4, this headset like seriously packs the biggest punch I think I've ever experienced in a game before, especially playing a game like Call of Duty. I also tested it with PUBG just for another game to use like for directional cues and for soundstage, and the fact that this is an open back headset really allows you to appreciate open back headsets, because if it were for closed back headsets, which like for example the HyperX Cloud Alpha, it really contained all the sound and it just sounded too like pushed in onto me. Whereas with this headset where the sound can freely travel in and out of the headset, it all sounds so gosh darn good. I've played Final Fantasy VII Remake on PS4 hooked up directly to the controller and hooked up to my Astro Mix amp. In every single possible way that I have used this headset, it always delivers incredible sound, the best sound I've ever had. Music, like what this headset is made for. Music sounds amazing on this headset. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this sounds incredible. I almost bought a pair of Bear Dynamic custom game headsets, but I decided to go with this instead, and I will not be getting rid of this headset. Like, this headset is staying with me. So, because what I typically do is when I review headsets, I either sell them on Facebook Marketplace or I give them away, but this is staying with me. This is better than the Sennheiser Game 1s that I have on the side. That way, like, this is the best thing I've ever used, period. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, once again, to reiterate, I've used the headset hooked up to my motherboard on PC, hooked up through the PS4 controller for PlayStation 4 and the mix amp, the Astro mix amp on PS4. In every single possible way that I've used this headset, it sounds absolutely incredible. The only couple of drawbacks in regards to sound are that there's no way for you to really control your volume directly on the headset. So thankfully for me, what I have is, like, I have an Elgato Stream Deck, so I'm able to program up and down volume buttons on there. So I just do it that way when I'm playing on PC. When you're playing hooked up to the PS4 controller, you're gonna have to use the controller in the menu settings to change your volume. And then, of course, if you're using a mix amp or something like that, then you'll have the volume control right there. Now, I know that some of y'all might be thinking, well, Frank, this isn't for me because, you know, I need a microphone to use when I'm playing online with my friends. Thankfully, you can get something like the V-Moda Pro mic. Now, I've not tried to use any of these. I wanted to. Amazon is currently sold out, so I'm gonna have to get those. I'm gonna have to get a pair of those microphones later on. But apparently, what it is a microphone like you get on any gaming headset that hooks into your current headset like this one, and it has a mic attached to it. So it acts as your audio cable and your microphone in one, and boom, you have yourself a gaming headset right there. Right, but hey, maybe you don't need that after all. Who knows? ladies and gentlemen, here's basically, this is it, y'all. This headset is cheap. It is very well built. It is one of the most comfortable things I've ever put on my head, and it is the absolutely best sounding thing I've ever used in gaming. Period. Like, period. There's no questions asked. There's nothing I've used that sounds better than this. This is the best gaming audio experience I have ever had, and it comes from a non-gaming headset. So I highly recommend this to anybody who wants to have good sound experience with their games. If you can deal with the fact that it doesn't come with a microphone, you're going to have the best sound you've ever had in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all found this helpful. Take care of yourselves. Be good to one another. Be good to yourself. Peace out.